The Betty Hutton Show, starring Betty Hutton. As Goldie.
Bake a cake for the picnic, Roy.
Oh, gee, that's great, Alice. Now, wait, let's see. Your mother's gonna bake a cake, and Fred's mother's gonna bake a pie, and Nancy's mother's gonna give us the marshmallows.
What's your mother going to do?
Well, Fancy Pants hasn't got a mother. He's got a guardian. And maybe if we give her a big enough tip, she'll give the whole class a manicure.
You take that back, Joey Simpson.
You make me.
You don't have to worry about Roy in public school, Aunt Louise. Believe me, he's doing just great. You know what? They just made him chairman of the school picnic. Oh. You know what that means? He gets first crack at all the sandwiches. Here, have a banana.
Oh, how quaint. Well, I only hope they're filling his mind as well as his stomach.
Oh, that's a good one. Here, let me peel it for you.
You know, it's always been my fondest wish that someday they'd invite Roy to be a member of Phi Beta Kappa.
Oh, don't worry. If he doesn't join Phi Beta Kappa, I got a cousin can get him in the Elks.
Yes, how nice. Well, how are Nicky and Pat?
Oh, they're wonderful. Those kids. Roy? Is that you? Your Aunt Louise is here. Come say hello.
Hello, Aunt Louise. How are things in Boston?
Roy, will you come in here and say hello to your Aunt Louise properly? Come on. Roy? Oh, Roy! Honey, what happened?
Just look at your clothes.
Oh, this. I got that in the subway. I came home during the rush hour.
I did not get that in the subway.
It's quite obvious, young man, that you've been fighting.
Oh, well, now that you mentioned it, I did get into a slight altercation with Joey Simpson.
I knew it.
Oh, Roy, that's terrible. Did you win?
Miss Appleby.
I mean, like your Aunt Louise says, Roy, that's terrible. Now, go change your clothes, okay?
Okay, Goldie. Bye, Aunt Louise.
Go on now.
Well, I still can't believe it.
Aunt Louise, boys will be boys.
Yes, and Strickland should always be Stricklands.
Look, Aunt Louise, Roy's still using the right fork, and if somebody picked on him today at school, I hope he used the right hook.
You're completely convinced that he didn't start the fight.
Aunt Louise, I know Roy. He's a nice, decent kid. He wouldn't start a fight unless he had a darn good reason.
Let's say he wouldn't have. Before. Good afternoon, Miss Appleby.
Good afternoon. All right, Roy, I am still waiting.
Waiting for what?
For an explanation.
Oh, well, when the sulfur dioxide combines with oxygen, it forms a
Will
carbon.
you stop making like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and tell me, please, who started the fight?
Well, you see, Goldie, a fist fight is just like a war. Now, nobody actually starts a war. It's provoked by the conditions that prevail. And an armed conflict can only be initiated when the seeds of that conflict are existing in a politico-economic sense.
Roy, will you stop talking like a child? Now tell me, did you start the fight?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't. But why?
I I guess I just felt like fighting, that's all.
But that doesn't sound like you. You had a good reason, huh? Okay, Buster. That's gonna cost you 3 weeks' allowance. You're not gonna have your Aunt Louise think that I'm trying to raise you to be a hoodlum.
Oh, if I could only explain.
You know, I'm just so mad, but... Hi, Roy! Bye. Never mind. Come on, Timmy. Stay right here. But don't get too near Roundhouse Roy. He might want to start a fight again.
Boy, she's steamed. Say that again. I just lost 3 weeks' allowance.
Wow. That's unconstitutional. Was it because you beat up Joey Simpson?
Yeah.
Did you tell her how it started?
No, I couldn't do that.
I guess not. 3 weeks allowance. Just for one little old fight. Boy, if every parent did that, we'd all be bankrupt.
Yeah, well, you know where all the trouble starts? It's these books they read. Be a parent to your child. Be a pal to your child. Be a child to your child. No wonder they don't know how to raise kids anymore.
You're not kidding. You know what you ought to do? You ought to teach her a lesson.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like I did once. I had a whole big fight with my parents about my sneakers.
You mean they wanted you to wear shoes?
Yeah. Imagine that. They got no consideration for a guy's feet. Anyway, you know what I did? I packed my bags and I walked.
You mean you ran away from home?
Yeah.
But, isn't that kind of childish?
That's it. That's my whole point. They want you to be childish.
I don't know. To leave home and to leave Goldie.
Who left? They didn't even let me get out the front door.
So what happened?
Haven't taken these things off in a year. That's what you ought to do, man.
I don't know.
But 3 weeks allowance. Boy, if you take this sitting down, she'll throw a book at you every time.
Yeah, but are you sure it'd work?
Positive. You got a suitcase?
Yeah, but if she's not going to let me leave, what do I need the suitcase for?
You gotta make it look realistic.
Oh.
Look, I'll pack your bag. You go down and break the news.
But
I'm waiting.
all right. Goldie,
Yes?
can I speak to you for a moment?
Sure.
About my allowance. Don't you think the penalty is a little severe?
Look, Roy, you have to be taught a lesson. Now, the subject is closed.
But even in court, you have a right to an appeal.
Cuckoo. Take it to court, but don't bring it to me.
All right. In that case, I'm leaving home.
Good. Be sure your homework's done. Leaving home? No. Roy, Hollister, quick, do something.
Yes, madam, at once. Do what? About what?
About Roy. He's leaving home.
Oh, is that all? Oh, madam, all young boys leave home sooner or later.
But he's only 12.
As I know, it's very difficult for a woman to understand. Perhaps I can explain it like this. When I was a boy, I started to run away at least 3 times.
You did?
Yes, each time my mother stopped me. Finally, my father put a road map in my bag as a hint.
Oh, you mean he's kind of defying me?
Exactly. You know, if you make a fuss about it, that's exactly what he wants.
You mean play it real cool? Okay, but you promise me he won't run away from home.
Well, I hate to betray a fellow man, madam, but I assure you he won't get past the front door. Oh, hurry, here he is now.
I'll play it cool.
But why can't I stay and watch? Because you'll only start giggling and ruin the whole thing. Look, I'm going to wait out in the hall. What for? Because it's my idea, and I got a right to know how it turns out. Okay, okay.
Well, I guess I'll be going.
Oh, you're all packed. I would have helped you.
Well, I guess I'll say goodbye.
Bye, Roy.
I guess you didn't hear me. I said I was going.
I heard you all right.
Oh. Well, au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen, as they say in German. I forgot how they say it in Spanish. Oh, here's one. Carbolic acid. That's goodbye in any language. Bye.
Master Roy.
Oh, good old Hollister. I want you to be one of the first ones to know that I'm leaving. Permanently, that is. For good.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Master Roy.
And I want you to know that you've been more considerate to me than some people I can mention that I won't mention right now.
Roy?
Yes, Goldie?
I just want to say that I just remembered in Spanish it's hasta la vista.
Oh, yes. That's right, it is.
Hollister. He left.
No, Miss Appleby. Like you say, not to worry.
Not to worry, but Hollister.
Probably standing right outside the door.
Oh, you mean he's kind of still defying me? He wouldn't really leave home, would he, Hollister? No. I mean, like you said, when you were little, you left home 3 times. Sure you didn't. Then your dad put a road map in as a hint. Of course, he wouldn't really leave me, would he, Hollister? Hollister! He's gone! Go to the window with me. Let's see where he's going.
Driver, don't lose that cab.
No, sir, I won't. Sonny, I know I'm not supposed to complain, but this is getting monotonous.
Just keep driving around the block. I'm running away from home.
Oh, I see you're running. What?
It's all right. I'm just waiting for someone to come out of the building where you picked me up so I can be found.
Well, I sure hope they hurry. I'm getting dizzy.
You know something, Hollister? The next time I need advice on child psychology, I think I'll go to a child.
I hardly consider driving around the block as running away.
Hollister, look. They've turned another way.
Oh, he's fooled me again.
Driver, follow that cab.
Yes, ma'am.
You know something, Hollister? I can't believe you and Sherlock Holmes come in the same country.
I'd like a room, please.
Yes, our singles start at 18, our doubles at 20, and our suite.
Sonny, this is a hotel. Maybe you're looking for a public school or perhaps even a classroom.
No, just a room with a bath and southern exposure, and please not too high up. I suffer from acrophobia.
May I help you?
Yeah, get out of my way.
What are you doing back there?
It's none of your business.
House officer.
Do you have any cash?
Oh, well, I never carry much cash,
Oh?
but my credit rating is excellent.
Credit? Do you have any references?
Oh, naturally.
Well, perhaps you would like the presidential suite. Why don't you sign right here?
Out of my way! Oh, no, you don't. Really? Roy, I've been over there watching you all this time. You were really going to take a room and let me worry all night long about you. Now, come on, honey. Get your bag and let's go home.
I beg your pardon. I never saw you before in my life.
Roy!
There must be some mistake, lady. My name is Seymour. Seymour Winesap.
Madam, just what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to take him home and you stay out of it.
Are you this boy's mother?
No, I'm not. I'm not even married. Roy, this is going to cost you.
Seymour.
It's going to cost him, too. Roy, how could you do this to me?
What do you think, Charlie?
I think you're right, Jim. That one. I had her spotted. Why, she tried to steal a couple of plants only a little while ago.
Those broken down plants. Are you kidding? I got a whole penthouse full of them.
Penthouse full of them. Look, I'm going to take you in a cab, and I'm going to take you back to the penthouse. The penthouse you live in. Remember?
Look, don't get so smart, you two. We might own this hotel.
Own the hotel. Well, that does it. Look, I'm going to take you for a walk and see that you get home safely.
Look, don't you take me any... He's gone.
Who?
Seymour Winesap. That's who. American Geophysical Association? Has Roy Strickland been there? Oh. Well, if he does come in, would you ask him to call us home, please? Thank you. Well, he's not there. What do I try now? The library or the planetarium?
Well, he seems rather keen on the Milky Way. Perhaps the planetarium would be a good bet.
Buster, it's him. It's him. Ryan! Aunt Louise.
May I come in?
Yes, please do.
Something wrong?
Ron? Oh, no. There's nothing wrong.
Where's Roy?
Roy? Well, you see, he stepped out. I don't know.
I mean, you don't know where he is?
Well, you might as well know the truth. He ran away.
What?
Well, you see, I scolded him about that fight he had, and he threatened to run away, but I didn't think he'd do it, and I'm half out of my mind.
Oh, this is terrible. Have you notified the police?
Not yet. I didn't think it was necessary quite yet.
Well, perhaps you're right, Goldie. Knowing Roy, he's bound to do the sensible thing and come home. But, well, you know, dear, when he does come home, I don't think he should stay here.
What do you mean?
Well, obviously, something's gone wrong between you two, and the poor boy feels rejected.
Rejected? But Aunt Louise, don't you understand? I love him!
Oh, I know, Goldie, but sometimes our love isn't returned. You know, perhaps it would be better if I took him back with me and he's in his own element. This will put him straight again.
You must. But Aunt Louise, will you please tell me where I failed?
I don't know. But I do feel this, that if you don't want to lose him altogether, you'd better pack his things and let me take him back to Boston. You know, I hate to say this, Goldie, but it looks very much as though Roy doesn't want to be with you just now.
I guess you're right, Aunt Louise. I'll do anything you say. I'll do anything in this world to win him back.
I'm sorry, madam.
It's all right. Let's get the rest of his stuff. Come on.
Are you sure you want to go back?
Timmy, I didn't want to leave in the first place. After all, I'm tired of lugging this thing around.
Well, what'd you put in it? Your rock collection. Let me see if the coast is clear. Do you have a telescope so long?
Yes?
And a fishing rod so high?
Yes.
And a trunk about so big?
Yes.
She's throwing you out. She's got all your stuff packed up in the hall.
But she can't do this to me.
Well, she can if you can run away.
But what am I going to do? Where'll I go?
I don't know. I got a brother in Okinawa. I could give you a letter.
I didn't think she'd go this far. Was she in there?
I didn't see her. There was just some old lady there.
Aunt Louise. I'll go live with Aunt Louise. That's what I'll do. Aunt Louise! Aunt Louise!
Roy!
Oh!
Roy, darling. I'm so glad you're home. Oh, darling, let me kiss you. Are you all right, dear?
Yes. Aunt Louise.
Yes, darling.
Can I come and live with you for a while?
Well, of course you may. You don't have to stay any place where you're not happy. And you're not happy here, are you, Roy?
Well, I was. But Goldie doesn't like me anymore.
What?
You can't blame her. I fight and I run away. But I really couldn't help fighting. You see, one of the kids made a smart remark about Goldie. I just had to fight.
Darling, why didn't you tell her?
I couldn't. It would have hurt her. So can't you see? If I come and live with you for a while, maybe she'll forget and want me back.
You know something, Roy? I think she wants you back right now.
Goldie!
My baby. Oh, sweetheart. If I'd only known. You know something? I gotta get all your stuff back upstairs. Come on, Roy.
I beg your pardon? My name is Seymour. Seymour Winesap.
Okay.